And welcome back to High School Star League's Grand Finals! I'm your host, Avalie Broken Chopsticks May, and we are about to get started with our third place match for Hearthstone. After an amazing set of matches yesterday, Anon, Beta, and Frankie were able to climb to the top and move on to tomorrow's Grand Finals. But today, we're going to find out who's going to secure third place and $600. So let's give it up for our third place contenders, Killinallday and JustGolden. How you feeling about this match?
I'm feeling ready for a clown fiesta.
Ooh, all right. Well, what do you have to say about that?
I'm just ready to win, so.
Okay, well, go ahead and shake hands. Sportsmanship. All right, and now we're going to throw it off to our casters while our players go ahead and get ready for their matches. Guys?
Of the High School Star League Hearthstone action. I am Bert Bertigia, going to be capping and passing the word with the fashionably stylish hand lock caster Joey.
Thank you, Bird. Yeah, yesterday we had some amazing action between four highly talented players. We're going to be looking at Killinallday and JustGolden today. Killinallday, highly reputed on the ladder. He is well known by a lot of Hearthstone's community as just a perennially high achiever. JustGolden, on the other hand, also not as well known, but yeah, both losing disappointingly, I guess, yesterday. And the format for the High School Star League is actually pretty unique because the players can actually change their list between series. So we're going to see what kind of changes to their deck list they're going to make today. For Killinallday, his mid-range Hunter underperformed yesterday, giving him 2 losses out of 3. So we'll see if he's brought a different addition. We do see that he still has Hunter in his lineup, and JustGolden, on the other hand, brought 2 mech decks, Mech Shaman, Mech Mage, and Combo Druid. Today he's got a Warlock, he's got Hunter, and a Control Warrior, so he's definitely changed it up, and we're going to go see a lot of different things. The format's going to be best of 5 at Conquest with one ban, meaning that each player brings 4 decks, and the opponent gets to select which deck they don't want to see from their opponent. And the first one to win with all of their decks will be winning the series.
Definitely, and we did see the Warrior actually banned up from both players, so that's going to be started to see. I mean, we won't see any patrons getting in there today, so unfortunate. But again, this event could not have been done without our amazing sponsors, Twitch, Newegg, MSI, Roccat, Jinx, Loot Crate, Tespa, and LA County Parks and Recreation Division. But again, we're about to get into the match, it seems. Looks like everyone is sort of ready. JustGolden on that left side, Killinallday on the right side. It is the battle between Oregon versus California, home state.
That's right. So Killinallday definitely on his home turf. Let's see if he can get a little bit of crowd support and feel a little bit comfortable here and try to get that third place and that $600. We do hear Warlock coming out from one of the players, and not quite sure, but we do know that Killinallday has Hunter, Mage, and Warlock with his Warrior Ram, and JustGolden has their. Here are the lists now. So JustGolden looks like he's going to bring out his Warlock. He's got that Zoo, and Killinallday, on the other hand, we can't quite see, but while there is a lull in the action, we do just want to give a shout out to Twitch and Roccat for their amazing helping us put this event and make it possible for you guys. So that's very cool. All right, so we see a Void Caller Implosion and a Lotheb in JustGolden's hand, and it looks like he is bringing out that Hunter. He's got the Glaive Zuvika and the Explosive Trap, so maybe his Hunter is actually of the Face Hunter variety, but we can't quite tell at the moment. Face Hunter generally favored against a Zoo just because of the amount of damage they can do. The hero power works against the Warlock in that it does damage to themselves, so it's just very hard to outrace a Hunter from that standpoint.
Especially with the hero powers being kind of against each other, literally.
Right, it's like compounding.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very dangerous time. We do see the Glaives are going to be played out, and the Zoo is going to be, well, it's time for a little bit for now.
Right, so nothing played from turn 2 by JustGolden. He gets the Imp Gang boss down, which is certainly going to help him compete for forward now. Mad Scientist drawn by the Hunter here. He still has the Mad Scientist of his own. How he decides to deal with this Imp Gang boss is up to him. It looks like he's just going to ignore it for now. Just go ahead and keep putting that damage through. Wants to get that Eagle Horn bow equipped as well, so he can start swinging it as soon as the very next turn.
It's good to set up the Eagle Hornbow, especially with that Mad Scientist already over there. Like you said, it's going to be a really interesting trade if we're going to see if JustGolden's actually going to trade into it, which it looks like it's going to happen. I mean, you see this aggression. You're thinking Face Hunter. Is it going to be Face Hunter truthfully? I mean, we see in the
We do see a Savannah high main, which is not typically included in Face Hunter, but it is included in a hybrid hunter list, which are a mix between very aggressive, you know, one drops with leopard gnomes and stuff like that, and they also have things like that. Okay, so we also see a freezing trap that is pulled from the Mad Scientist, which is certainly something that you may or may not expect. All he has seen really is a Mad Scientist and a Glaive Zuka, so JustGolden may be thinking that there is a possibility for a freezing trap, but he doesn't know for sure. When he sees the second trap, though, it's certainly going to give him a little bit more information if and only if Killinallday decides to put that down.
It's a interesting little proposition. I mean, Killinallday could actually represent a snake trap, because with a trap and then on top of that put the Night Juggler down, it'd be a pretty kind of over the head play, but we'll see if this will actually work. And it looks like we are actually getting a destination error for the moment. So we're gonna have a little bit of a break again. We're gonna go see some, you know, some problems for now, but you know, we'll get it all together pretty soon.
Right. So we don't know if the game will resume or if they're just going to restart it. But while there's a lull in the action, I guess we'll just go ahead and plug again. We'll go ahead and thank our sponsor, Newegg. Newegg has played a huge part in making this happen. Check out Newegg.com for daily deals and sales, and it, you know, might contain awesome. Can't make any promises though.
It may contain some dink memes as well. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta fit in some of those, you know, smarks, kappas, and all that stuff in there. Like, we'll see. We will definitely see.
Yeah, speaking of dank memes, we'd like to shout out JustGolden for expecting a Clown Fiesta for all of you Forsen watchers out there. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with the reference. So, but we'll see if this is anything but a Clown Fiesta. And Killinallday is no small opponent, so Killinallday can do a lot of work. And he's not a Clown Fiesta, I don't think.
He is definitely not a Clown Fiesta. It is the David versus Goliath matchup. I mean, remember, JustGolden not reached Legend just yet. He's gotten so far into this matchup, while on the other hand, Killinallday reached Legend 1 in April.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and return to the game, and he's got that additional charge on his Eagle Hornbow, which is essentially a Pyroblast over 3 turns, right? So 3 mana Pyroblast. The game probably will go not much longer than that. He's going to go ahead and put out that aggression, putting out that Arcane Golem, not really caring about giving him the mana, because he's basically telling this to try to find a way to finish me off, or this game is going to be over sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later, indeed. I mean, Loath up going to be down. We're going to see the trade out possibly coming out from this one, but we'll kind of develop the board, but it looks like it's going to be the end pretty soon.
Yeah, not Killinallday not anticipating any kind of crazy healing shenanigans from JustGolden, especially seeing a Zoo deck. The only real way he can protect himself is with a Taunt Giver. He already saw Void Walker played, so it's just going to be very difficult to get past this. The only real thing that could save him at this point is a Mal'Ganis, and that's not going to be enough. He's able to put out a very, very high damage finish, but it's not going to be enough. With 26 health, he still has 8 left, even though he just took 18. And that should be the end. He's got that Eagle Hornbow. He's got the hero power. It's going to be more than enough. He also has that kill command, so...
It doesn't have to show the color command, though, and you just squeeze it up cleanly. Killinallday going to be going up in this best of 5 series. Your Soul Shell Shelfer, maybe one time, but it is going to be the game win. Again, Killinallday doing some really good work in that one. Face Hunter-ish, but we saw some interesting hybrid stuff coming out from him.
Yeah, we saw the Freezing Trap, which can be strangely effective even in Face Hunter decks. It's certainly very unexpected. He put out a lot of damage, as you would expect from a Face Hunter, and he won a matchup that Face Hunter is expected to win with Zoo, so he certainly reaped the reward from his Hunter, whereas he didn't yesterday. He brought a mid-range Hunter, and it got wrecked, so...
Yeah, it did get wrecked, but it's okay. We will see the Hunter maybe not come out today.
Yeah, well, I mean, he already won with his Hunter, so the decks that he has left is now Mage and Warlock. Yesterday he brought a Tempo Mage. Not sure if he's still sticking with that or if he's feeling well-versed in Freeze Mage. He also has a Warlock, which either could be Handlock or Zoo. Not quite sure. Yesterday we did see a Handlock from... No, we saw Druid, so we didn't see a Handlock from Killinallday necessarily. JustGolden has the option to stick with his Zoo. He also has a Hunter and a Shaman deck. Yesterday he had a Mech Shaman. Let's see if he switched that Shaman up to mid-range. We're not going to...
That Mech Shaman was amazing yesterday.
That
if you want to see some highlights, you definitely want to watch that matchup against Anon Beta, who is in the finals. So really shout out to him. I see him smirking up the chat room, so smorks out to you too.
Absolutely. All right, so... And with that said, I guess we should jump right into
to get into the game. Again, thanks to all our sponsors. I wanted to give a quick shout out to MSI. They have been making these laptops go, and it's amazing to see the support coming out from them. So congrats to MSI being out here for the High School Star League. And again, if you guys want to get more information about the High School Star League, this playoff's done 2015.hsstarleague.com. But it seems like we're about to get in the game. Rexar versus Goldown.
All right, yeah, so we heard... So we do see Goldown coming out from Killinallday, so it looks like it is handlocked. He's got that Dark Bomb Mortal Coil and Acidic Swamp Boost in his opening mulligan. And JustGolden deciding to switch it up. Usually in Conquest, most players decide to stick with the class that they just recently lost with. But he's going to go ahead and make the change up. And this is what makes Conquest interesting. You never know what to expect when you are on the winning side. So...
Well, putting that pressure, right? That is the biggest thing, to try to get that momentum to make sure you can map flat that win. We do see the lifestyle coming out, so it's looking maybe like a handlock variant coming out from Killinallday.
He's got that Acidic Swamp Boost, which may help with the Eagle Horn Bow. The Knife Juggler going to be played here by JustGolden, which is a very aggressive start. The aggressive alternative would have been to play the Knife Juggler first, but he played it correctly around that because Killinallday did in fact have a Dark Bomb, which Killinallday correctly saved because Knife Juggler can get quickly out of control.
Definitely, and it's not going to be a really big thing to say that Killinallday is going to kind of rush himself to make sure he can try to get into some key cards. Like, what are the key cards against this matchup to try to stave out all this aggression?
Usually what you want to find are Molten Giants and Taunt Givers on top of a heal bot so that you can stabilize your life total and not die to a kill command. So those are some of the big things you're looking for. Killinallday just going to go ahead and tap and silence this Mad Scientist. He knows that he doesn't really have a great way to deal with the secrets right now, nor does he really have much to do anyway. He also wants to see if he can try to get this board to be a little bit less resilient by maybe, hopefully, cleaning up the Haunted Creeper. We do see that JustGolden playing a Haunted Creeper and playing that Snake Trap. That Snake Trap could be really interesting, especially given that Killinallday does not have AoE in his hand right now.
Definitely another thing, the AoE will have to come into play, and just for the explosive trap, so that's very, very solid Killinallday to try to put some board persons down.
Yeah, so Killinallday correctly does not attack into a minion to activate the Snake Trap. Instead, finding out or confirming that there is a Snake Trap and not ready to deal with it right now. Killinallday has developed has drawn very, very good cards in this matchup, the Molten Giant and the Sun Fury Protector. So he does have ways to set up a pretty big defense, and he may go ahead and do that right now, starting with maybe a Mortal Coil to see if he can draw something else. And then he's got 5 mana still to play Molten Giant and Sun Fury Protector. Only one of these minions can be silenced, so he can feel pretty safe behind 2 taunted minions. Unfortunately, JustGolden does have a lot of stuff, and now he has just drawn that Hellfire, so if he wanted to, he could clear the board. Unfortunately, because there is 5 mana, he cannot taunt up at the same time, so he elects not to clear the board at the moment and just hopes that his opponent doesn't have a silence effect, which we do see the Owl in JustGolden's hand.
Definitely a silence effect, which will kind of hinder everything about the aggression coming up. But
that Hunter's Mark just drawn by JustGolden. He's going to be able to deal with both of these. Will he have enough damage? He's got 5, 6, 7 hero power, 9 plus kill command. That would be 14. That could be enough.
Yeah, 14 does equal over 13, so we'll see if he sees it. Though,
but he is mana constrained, so he actually cannot do it at the moment. If he silences, he would not be able to kill command and hero power at the same time.
But that does put a lot of pressure down. We'll see if Killinallday can get out of this. There is everything going to be going down, and it is coming closer to the end for Killinallday at the moment.
He's going to go for it. He's going to go ahead and put him at 4 life. Killinallday does have a heal bot, but will it be enough to stabilize and remove the board at the same time? He needs to find a way to protect himself, and it doesn't seem like Killinallday can do that.
There is so much damage on the board, and JustGolden, he has to be feeling a little bit better. I mean, he did see the Molten Giant go down, so he really knows that the pressure play is already gone, hopefully. We'll see what will happen in this next moment. He does have a Dark Bomb, he has a heal bot. It's not looking too well, but we'll see the Snake Trap be procced. Yes, there's only 1 snake, so it's not going to be doing too much looks like maybe the Hellfire is going to be the answer, or the Shadow Flame, just not enough right now per se, because we do see the kill command in the hand of JustGolden.
That's right. What did Woody say in Toy Story 1? There's a snake in my boots.
Is there a snake in your boots?
Well, there's a lot. It is a Death Lord drawn, but he will not need it. He's got the hero power. He's got the kill command. He will be tying up the series 1-1. Oh, he's not going to do it.
Whoa, the Death Lord is on the mark, but
Tempting
JustGolden.
fate.
Did he see it?
And he has that heal
Did he
bot
see it?
actually, so he's actually going to be able to stabilize JustGolden, trying to play some mind games possibly. Maybe the pressure of the moment just got to him. This might be a very, very devastating mistake by JustGolden. He may not be able to recover from this. All he's got is a kill command in hand. He's got to draw a Huffer or something like that. Can he get Huffer from the Owl Companion? It will be enough. No, it's not.
Oh.
And he's going to be 3 short from killing him, and he's not going to get any damage across via minion.
Still a lot of pressure. There is no way to heal out from Killinallday at the moment, so can he finish it up? That is going to be the question coming out from him right now.
All right, so we've got the Ragnaros. The Ragnaros does represent 8 immediate damage. He can remove this 4-4 with the 5-3. That's only going to put him down to 5, so he's not actually going to kill him right now, but he has no real better option at this point, so you might as well just slap down that Ragnaros, hope that Rexar or JustGolden doesn't draw that quick shot or that second kill command or a Huffer or another Eagle
I mean,
Harpo.
there's like 20 things that they can kill him with, but you know, it's going to be going down to this last straw. Can JustGolden actually come out from this clutch?
Is there justice in this game? No, it's going to be Dr. Boom. And that is not going to be enough, and JustGolden is going to fall down 0-2. Unexpected, because he should have tied the series at 1-1. He had the means in his hand to go ahead and win this game. I'm not sure if JustGolden was trying to play some mind games or not. It is a question I'd certainly like to be asked if there will be an interview with the eventual loser or winner. Maybe he can miraculously win. I don't know, but a very, very surprising turn of events, wasn't that, Bird?
I'm speechless. I'm very speechless.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, that was just, you know, the moment is going to be really hard for you on this stage, no matter what you're going to do. And sometimes players, they have those times that, you know, they're thinking way too much. You want to clear the board over prioritizing the hero damage, and that just happened, you know? It's one of those moments you'll look back, you'll laugh about it later, you know, you'll enjoy it.
It's tough, you know, there's $600 on the line, so it's very high stakes.
Yeah.
And sometimes these decisions can be very cloudy at times.
Yeah, but you know that one decision you are guys watching on Twitch, it's been a pretty good decision that you guys have been watching. And again, Twitch, thank you for sponsoring the HSL. It's an amazing, amazing season that we've been through, and the grand finals would not be there without you. So thanks again, Twitch, and also to MSI, doing some amazing things with the laptop, the paraphernalia. It's been amazing to get all the stuff in from them. So I guess I don't know if we're going to be taking a break, but we are definitely just waiting on
we're
the players
ready.
for them.
All right, so Killinallday is left with his mage deck. We don't know what that mage is right now. He's already through with his hunter and his warlock. JustGolden still has his 3 decks available to him, which is going to be Zoo, mid-range hunter, and some shaman that we don't quite know. So we'll see what JustGolden feels like he needs to pick. He knows he's going up against Mage, so which deck does he feel is most favored against it? He can use any of these. Zoo definitely does well against Tempo Mage, so maybe he goes back to the Zoo. We don't know, but he really needs to go ahead and shake off that loss, especially if he now realizes that he gave away a win that was most certainly his at some point at one point in the game.
One point in the game, and you know what? It is going to be another refresh for him. I mean, JustGolden, you know, he is the very big underdog, I would say. You know, Killinallday coming into this tournament, it looked like he was like the favorite for this whole tournament, right?
Yeah, Killinallday, he's someone that I know. I've met in the ladder plenty of times, and he's always been a good player. He just won Team Archon Saturday Open that took place last month, 5-0, or he was able to get through the Opens. So these are very tough fields that they go through. So
yeah. And we'll see if JustGolden can kind of come back from this one. If you didn't know, both of them, they love the Reynad. That's their favorite, you know, caster.
Yeah.
They saw just maybe coming in from the chat, but it's one of those things that they're gonna have to try to do to keep back up on this one. And yeah, we'll see if JustGolden can do that. Killinallday, again, heavily favored, I would say.
Heavily favored, yes.
Yeah.
And Reynad, of course, an extremely prominent member in the Hearthstone community. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to move on to game 3. Again, Killinallday just left with his mage deck left. We're going to go ahead and find out exactly what archetype that is. And then for JustGolden, he still has all 3 of his decks available. Can a reverse sweep be conducted by JustGolden? We're going to find out. JustGolden representing from Oregon, South Eugene High School, and Killinallday on his home turf. Only about 45 minutes to an hour from here, so he's very, very comfortable here. And let's see if he's got the cheer or the support from the home crowd.
Oh, I think we still have some technical difficulties though. So we'll get in there just in a little second. Again, it's just a tough time. Sometimes we have these, technical difficulties. I mean, we do want to thank Blizzard for an amazing game. Sometimes it is what it is. There's some technology problems.
That's what happens with esports. Esports, when the vehicle or when the medium on which the game is played is going to be over the internet, sometimes it can crash. But with that said, we do want to thank Blizzard anyways for providing us with a great game. We also want to thank the Rolling Heights Community Center for providing us this venue on which we can bring you this broadcast. And so that you guys can witness amazing esports action. And we want to also thank TESPA, which is the Collegiate Esports Association, and they're the largest collegiate organization in gaming and sports, and they also are behind that amazing card back that you see sometimes in Hearthstone. So.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see if we can get the vehicle esports going on. I love that speech, tasteless to that all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Another.
That's where I got it from.
I know, right? The game's about to start again, so we're gonna get in there in just a few seconds. Again, it's amazing to see JustGolden just climb up through the bracket. He had a really, really tough climb, and it's likely to say that he didn't have the best of times, but we are about to get in the game.
And I heard a haunted creeper come down. I'm not sure if that's a zoo or a mid-range hunter. It looks like he is going to go ahead and come back with the hunter. It almost won him the game, and we are seeing a tempo mage. There's a Kazan Mystic drawn by Killinallday, which certainly could undo a lot of what the hunter tries to do with secrets, so it's pretty crazy. He has to have a slow start for now, though. He doesn't get to do anything on turn 2. He doesn't get to do anything on turn 1, which usually is going to be Mana Worm Sorcerer's Apprentice, so he's got to be pretty displeased about this. And Amisha is going to be popping out from the Animal Companion, which a very, very high-quality drop on turn 3.
Very, very high quality.
Killinallday going for the Flame Cannon RG. No, he hovers over it and considers it briefly. He has the option also to coin out a Water Elemental, which isn't going to kill the 4/4, but the 4/4 cannot kill it either, so he can definitely do a lot of work with this Water Elemental.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see what the Water Elemental will do. It is going to seem that the quick draw is going to be Nate, so we'll see how he will get into some more damage, per se. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming out from JustGolden in just a brief moment.
JustGolden definitely would have preferred to have drawn like a piloted shredder or something like that. Now he's got to kind of waste resources dealing with this 3/6. He may just decide to ignore it entirely. Maybe he even silences the 3/6 so that he doesn't get his Misha frozen or something like that. But it will force Killinallday to at least ping, so it's going to be a drain on his mana for sure. And he's actually not going to do anything but hero power, putting Killinallday at 22. Here comes our esports, and esports going to go ahead and take out the the 1/2 instead of the 4/4.
Second esports, though, you're going to be, not the best of arcane missiles off on that side. He can still kill out the Misha, so that's a win per se, right?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely didn't expect that. He does have another arcane missiles that he can use, which will likely clear most of the spiders. It looks like he will not elect to do so, and instead play the mirror images. So Killinallday kind of unimpressed with the RNG of the arcane missiles, but hey, that's the game of Hearthstone sometimes.
It is the game of RNG Stone sometimes. It just wins, and the RNG that comes from the top deck, it is Unleash the Hounds as well. What a perfect combo to get into it.
That Knife Juggler Unleash the Hounds is a devastating combination, especially when you have a high number of minions on the board, especially when you don't have minions that do anything, right? The mirror images didn't do anything for him, the knives just killed everything, and all of a sudden this board is a little bit imposing. There's no AoE in the hand of Killinallday. I'm not even sure if he runs AoE to begin with. And Arcane Intellect will be played by Killinallday. Doesn't really have much to do, but he does have that Arcane Missiles. It can do a lot. And is he going to play it right now? He's just going to go ahead and save it.
Really interesting to see the numbers runner go down, and we'll see what we'll get into it.
Not even going to allow Killinallday to generate that spare part, and the knife, man. Look, that Knife Juggler has definitely been practicing.
Practicing some RNG.
He's been practicing on sniping minions instead of going phase. So even though what we know about Rexar, or we generally associate Rexar with Smork, right? Going phase.
Yeah, but the Smork has taunt sometimes. Sometimes it dodges that taunt as well. We'll get the Arcane Intellect going down. He would have liked the Flame Walker a little bit earlier.
Second, yes, he's got that Flame Waker, but he can't actually cast any spells with it at the moment, so it's kind of useless. He does have the Arcane Missiles to help him clear the board, but he can't really protect himself. Killinallday, realizing the tough position that he's in, and he is just going to concede JustGolden, making the series a little bit closer, 1-2. Can he pull off the amazing comeback?
Yeah, we'll have to see, because JustGolden, he's on the line. He did lose out on Lethal in game 2, so that was a big heartbreak for him. But he came back, got a win.
Yes,
now the momentum's going right back into him.
His Hunter is now through. He still has his Zoo and his Shaman available to him, while Killinallday just cornered on his main, so JustGolden's still definitely very much in this series. He could even, Mech Shaman can steal a win very easily, Zoo can win, so this is still anyone's match.
And it's hard to be on that pinnacle moment. You want to win with this deck, but if you keep on losing, you're going to show more and more cards from the deck. I mean, possibly you would know the Tempo Mage deck off of the head, or off the head, but truthfully, you show more cards, you show more plays, you might even show your tech, and it's going to mean a lot being told by Killinallday.
Yeah, and we did see that Kezan Mystic, it was actually was not played by Killinallday, so, but it's not going to be useful anymore because JustGolden only has Zoo and Mech Shaman, so it's only going to be played as a 4-3, but with... Alright, so we can continue to discuss what I guess each player is going to be thinking at this point. Both warriors are banned. Mage versus Zoo and Mech Shaman. It's gonna be pretty nutty.
Pretty nutty.
Pretty nutty, and yeah, this is it's pretty cool. I guess we'll go ahead and thank some more of our amazing sponsors. We'll go ahead and thank you to Rocat, which visit rocat.org to shop for the top of the line gaming peripherals, and thank you to MSI. MSI is the company that made the laptops that they're currently playing on, and it's bringing you
really good laptops.
Yeah.
I would totally agree. They're even golden cap. Did you even know that?
Gold cap.
Yeah, so you can change like the keyboard commandings because it's a mechanical keyboard. It's the first backlit mechanical keyboard laptop.
Whoa.
So you can like change the keys, and it's like wow, it's so amazing. So thanks again to MSI for that as well. So I think we are still having some technical difficulties right now, but I guess we are actually good to go. So let's get into the match. It's the 4th game. It's the clutch match to see if JustGolden can get back into the pinnacle, or will Killinallday finish it all.
All right, so game 4. We know Killinallday's got his Mage. What is JustGolden going to come out with? And we hear that JustGolden is going to queue with the Zoo. Zoo, one of the perennial aggro decks, because it has a great draw engine, right? The Hero Power allows it to continually keep its hand full, which makes it one of the better ones. Usually very highly aggro decks like Base Hunter, they struggle with draws, so even though they can put out a lot of damage fast. A Clockwork Gnome going to be played by Killinallday. Very strong turn 1 starts.
Yeah, turn 1 starts indeed, and you want to play on curve with the Tempo Mage. Obviously, bring out tempo, bring out more pressure. Pressure equals win, usually. But we'll see how that will work out with the Hunter Creeper going to be the side course. That's
right. So you see Sorcerer's Apprentice, an equally strong turn by JustGolden, who is able to take out this one, or who puts out this 1-2, which can also generate board presence as well as deal with this 2-1. And he's going to go ahead and put this apple on his head. He's going to go ahead and trade with the Clockwork Gnome. Let's see if this Knife Juggler has practiced. And he's got 1 on the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Does he get the second? No, he doesn't. That is a little devastating for JustGolden, but it is a low probability outcome. He needed, that was a 25% outcome.
Big turn coming out for Killinallday. He has a lot of tempo. Oh, that's a spicy one, right?
Yeah, he's got a Mal'Ganis from a Stable Portal. That's going to be pretty good come turn 6. A very difficult minion to deal with. Gonna go ahead and draw, and he got a lot of mana efficiency from the Sorcerer's Apprentice living, so that could end up being one of the turning points of the game. We shall see, but he's not gonna be doing anything for a while is the interesting thing. He's got an in-game boss that is going to be played, and Killinallday doesn't have another minion at the moment, but he does draw a Mad Scientist. This is pretty big. He wants to go ahead and play this Unstable Portal, see what he draws first, if there's maybe a better minion. And Lord Jiraxis, this is Gul'dan in disguise, you guys. Mal'Ganis and Lord Jiraxis coming from both Unstable Portals. Jaina has been dabbling with the dark magic a little bit, I think.
I think he has been getting on it. It's not pretty to see what is about to happen with the Mal'Ganis and the Lord Jiraxis. It is Warlock, right? We're putting the Hamlock plus the Mage, plus the Tempo, plus the Control.
Yeah.
All the elements of RNG Stone that you always wanted to have.
I don't know who the real Warlock is, but a Voidwalker has been drawn by JustGolden. He's got 2 Implosions and a Defender of Argus to use as well. Implosion will guarantee that this 2/2 is removed and give him board presence at the same time. So it looks like Implosion is what JustGolden will see. Let's see if he is skilled enough to roll 4. No, he gets a 3, but that's still a reasonable outcome, and a lot of pressure being put out right now. Again, still not much that Killinallday can do. He's drawn a Sorcerer's Apprentice. It'll be killed pretty much guaranteed. He cannot play Mal'Ganis at the moment, but he will be able to play it next turn. It may not matter, though, because there's a lot of stuff on the board anyway, so Mal'Ganis might just be a 7 health heal at most. Here comes the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Is he going to spend a Fireball on the 2/4? No, he doesn't feel like it's threatening enough. Not going to use any of his spells either, but he is getting closer to that Archmage Antonidas. And what secret has been drawn
Mirror
from
Entity.
Killinallday? It's going to be a Mirror Entity. And he's going to use the Defender of Argus. Defender of Argus will... a minion that... Yeah, that JustGolden doesn't mind giving to him. And he also boosts his board at the same time. So not going to put out too much damage to his face at the moment. He's going to use this Abusive Sergeant, though, to go ahead and remove this, rather than damaging his own Flame... or his own Imp Gang boss.
Yeah, because he's going to be able to deny a minion, but he will have it, you know, under 3 minions. If there was a surprise mind control tech, that would have been pretty devastating. And I guess this Mal'Ganis, you know, Mage, you know, probably brought up a little bit of stuff right there. But we'll see how it will go in. It's going to be another play with the Knife Juggler.
Knife Juggler and going for the Implosion. Can only get 3 maximum imps. Let's see what he rolls. He gets a 4, so only 3 imps are going to come out. What kind of snipes is he getting? He needs at least 1, and he does get that 1. So the 2-1 will be able to eliminate this, and still a lot of pressure from JustGolden. He can very, very much end up winning this game. Jiraxis cannot be played right now because there's too much on the board right now. Archmage Antonidas can't get enough value to outrace necessarily. So what Killinallday would like the most is a Flame Strike or something like that, if he even runs that in his deck. But he is actually in a very tough position. JustGolden in a very good position right now to tie up the series 2-2, but we don't want to call it too soon yet because
you never know. You can't always call it off, especially with what happened in game 2. So we'll see the Fireball go down, going to hit off onto the Imp Gang boss, and
going to generate a Demon, which is going to hit the Mad Scientist. There's 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on the board right now, only 19 health for the Mage. Power Overwhelming as well is actually pretty close. And he's actually not running a second secret. This is very interesting. Only 1 secret.
That's actually really big information right there.
That is extremely big information. JustGolden may suspect that the secret is actually in his hand, but as we can see from Killinallday's hand, it's actually not there. It's going to go ahead and tap, feeling like his life total is a resource to draw more cards, more options to try and close out the game. How does he deal with this Flame Imp? Does he feel like he needs to, or is he going to just go ahead and aggressively push face? Or... yeah, Mana Worms can get out of control really fast, so it may be something that he wants to take care of, and he can with the 2... oh, he's going to use the Defender of Argus instead, feeling like pings aren't really that big a deal anyway.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, there's so much board presence right now, and usually in a Tempo Major, you really don't see a Flame Strike. Some people tech it in, but it's usually the 2 cost that really comes out and tries to get the random damage in. So
right,
we're going to see the Lord Jiraxis
gonna try to ride it out with Lord Jiraxis, but there is 6, 7, or 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's actually enough damage on board right now. JustGolden is going to close out this series. If he doesn't whiff on the Power Overwhelming and tie up this series 2-2, he can go down to 14. He still has a Flame Cannon, I guess, so he can reduce the damage on the board. But would he rather put out a 6-6? And it looks like he will put out a 6-6. This will be the end for Killinallday. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Power Overwhelming is 14. He does realize this, and JustGolden tying up the series 2-2. Wow, this series just got real tight, real fast. Killinallday looked like he was running away with it, and all of a sudden, it's tied up, and $600 all comes down to 1 game. Mage versus Mech Shaman.
Mage versus maybe Mech Shaman.
Maybe Mech Shaman. It could be mid-range as well. We did see Mech Shaman yesterday, so that's I suppose that's why I assumed it.
And you know what? Both players actually played very aggressive decks yesterday, so it wouldn't be surprised to see that. Truthfully, though, you know, if you didn't lose that second game, it could have been a 3-1.
It could have been. That's true. But hey, It's all in the past now. What we have now is a 2-2 series, and we're gonna go ahead and see what's gonna be coming up next.
Yeah.
Game 5, exciting $600.
$600 for the third place players winner, right? 400
Yeah.
for the fourth place. So we're fighting for a total of $1,000. We'll see what will happen for these players right now.
Can Killinallday represent for California, or is the Pacific Northwest going to prevail? It's going to be very interesting, but you know, West Coast, Best Coast.
West Coast, Best Coast. So I'm an East Coast native, although I lived in the West Coast for a little bit. I don't know if I can totally agree with that whole West Coast to West Coast. I mean, what do you think, Twitch chat? You think West Coast is the best coast or East Coast is the best coast? I mean, Kappa if you like either one, but truthfully, I'll stand on that argument for now.
Well, our finalist Anon Beta is actually from the East Coast, right? He hails from Toronto.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
I mean,
So,
technically
oh,
that
man.
is East Coast bias, I guess.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it really work out. Again, guys, you are watching the HSL League Grand Finals. If you want to get more information, definitely check out 2015.hsstarleague.com. You can check out the brackets. You can check out all the other action. StarCraft 2 just did most of their matches today. They have the Grand Finals tomorrow, I think later on in the day. And there's going to be League of Legends action next. I'm going to be doing the camera control for that. It's going to be pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
League of Legends always an exciting game to spectate, right? And so we also want to thank Twitch for providing the platform on which we can go ahead and broadcast some of our greatest esports moments. So thank you again to Twitch. And it's allowing you to watch us right now. So
Yeah, Twitch being a very, very awesome site. I mean, I've been with Twitch since, you know, have you heard of this thing called Justin TV?
Justin TV, yes,
Yeah.
I remember Justin
I've
TV.
been there since then. It's
Wow.
amazing to see the broadcast evolution. I was still using Flash Media Encoder. That was my first streaming program as well. That you had to actually type in stuff to actually do.
Man, it
streaming.
reminds me of MS-DOS in like
yeah.
1980s with like the black background and the green text and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like I feel like I'm, I don't know, going back to the future a little bit.
Yeah, it's super Resident Sleeper. I'm sorry, guys, but you know what? There's some things that you have to evolve from, and you know, XSplit and all the other things. We want to, you know, thank them for doing all the broadcasting stuff, but you know, Twitch has been there ever since, and it's been amazing to see that ride, the journey where they came from. So shout out to Twitch, shout out to MSI, shout out to Newegg. They are all amazing sponsors. It seems like we're about to get into the game, though, Joey.
Going to game 5.
Game
Just
5.
Golden has that Thrall bringing that Shaman, Killinallday cornered with his Tempo Mage. And we see that Power Mace and that Crackle. That is very resemblant of the Mech Shaman. This is going to be wild, I think. And he's got that Crackle, he's got that Power Mace.
Right.
But he wants to start off the action with some early minion drops, right? He wants to get that
definitely want to
Cogmaster.
trade out that Fire Elemental, and we'll see what will happen. All right, I referenced the story yesterday. We'll see if we can get 30 damage by turn 3. It happened before for one player during a tournament match. Almost, I'm going to really reference that, but hopefully we won't see that today. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties yet again, but it's a tough time when you get that tempo with that Mech Shaman.
It is, yeah. It's a very difficult one, especially when a deck doesn't have AoE, right? Some way to control the board in one mass fell swoop. So we didn't see Killinallday running a Flame Strike. It may not even get to turn 7 necessarily. He's going to want to control it with minions. He's got that early Mad Scientist, which is going to help him with Mirror Entities, and he didn't actually have a mech to pair with that Cogmaster. That is actually a big deal, because he'll be able to efficiently trade with it and still keep his Mad Scientist on the board. We do see the Mirror Entity in Killinallday's hand, and as far as we know, he only had one secret, so Power Mace is going to be dropped here, and he's going to go aggressively to face. He doesn't even care about the minions on the board, planning to put out that Piloted Shredder and immediately buff it to a 6-5. This is a very interesting choice by JustGolden. This may be because he doesn't want to let the Mirror Entity out, undoing his plans to put out that Piloted Shredder. This is very interesting indeed. He's got that Secret Keeper, though.
Yeah, Secret Keeper. I mean, it pairs up with secrets.
He does pair with
So,
secrets,
you know,
and
that
it's
one
free.
secret will give that +1/+1 advantage.
Yeah, she will never tell. And a Fel Reaver is going to be drawn by JustGolden. Can't be played, but he probably will plan on playing it next turn, and he's going to go ahead and buff that Piloted Shredder immediately. It is going to be an imposing 6-5. All of a sudden, this becomes a mechanical Fire Elemental. It's kind of crazy. A Water Elemental drawn by Killinallday, but he may want to go ahead and prevent the Piloted Shredder from doing any more damage, so he's just going to go ahead and Flame Cannon, ping it out, getting a 2-3, and he can go ahead and trade with it if he wants, but he's going to go ahead and aggressively push face anyway. So JustGolden, no Mirror Entity yet. Is he going to bring out the Fel Reaver? The big 8-8 that discards his own cards.
Probably not yet. He does have to still clear out the board. He doesn't want to get it threatening down already. He wants to put that damage in, so he's going to still put the Pilot Shredder down, put out that tempo, and hopefully he'll get something else from this. Water Elemental coming up, and it is a little stealth card that will help out with some of the aggression. He could actually stuff up the Water Elemental at the moment, but don't think that we will use the Folk Field to make sure that Water Elemental stays out one more day.
Stays up, and it is available to trade at any time. If you do see a Lava Burst and a Cogmaster in JustGolden's recent 2 draws, he does have that Fel Reaver to play. Is he going to go ahead and play it out now, or does he feel like it's not time? He feels like it's time right now, so this is going to be a very, very fast finish, possibly. Not sure which way it'll go.
I mean, it's aggressive deck versus somewhat of a tempo deck, and you need to have that board presence. So it's going to be a fast game no matter what, and this is the deciding game of the best of 5 series. So we'll see if JustGolden can push in for that damage. Killinallday needs to control this board. This Fel Reaver is pretty huge.
This Fel Reaver is going to be pretty tough, but it can't push a lot of damage by itself, right? So if he can control all the minions on the board right now, other than the Fel Reaver, he can do it. He can try to kill it right now with the Flame Cannon, going with the Arcane Missiles. We're seeing a lot of crazy cards being discarded. A Whirling Zap-O-Matic, a Flame Tongue Totem, and a Spider Tank, but the Arcane Missiles don't quite go the way Killinallday wanted to. Didn't kill anything at all. He's going to have to use this ping. Will not allow him to play Mirror Entity, but he can still play a Flame Cannon. But now he can't, like, ping off the...
Yeah, I don't think he can clear the Fel Reaver either way.
Yeah, I don't think...
Rope Burn coming out, Rope Coach.
I mean, he has to get a 1 in 3, I guess, to do it. It looks like he'll just go with the Mirror Entity instead. And is he going to ignore? It looks like he will ignore. This actually might be crazy because there's 12 damage in the hand right now or 12 damage on board for JustGolden. He's also got that Lava Burst for another 5 and Crackle and Rockbiter weapon. So I actually think he just has enough if that's not a counter spell.
If that is not
a counter spell, Crackle should get at least 3. Lava Burst gets 5 and Rockbiter weapon. So that's going to be lethal. JustGolden pulling off the reverse sweep with this Crackle, and he's got the 5 and the Lava Burst. And so Killinallday's got to be disappointed. Although he already did have lethal, JustGolden, congratulations to him. Killinallday does not know what hit him. Next Shaman can do some crazy things.
The congrats going out for Killinallday and the JustGolden winner coming out from the consolation bracket. Again, the heavily favored Killinallday, I would say.
Yes.
Defeated down to the 4th place and the 3rd place winner. Congratulations to him. JustGolden taking that down.
Absolutely. So, man, representing from Oregon, Killinallday JustGolden, despite missing lethal with the Hunter in Game 2, was still able to pull off the reverse sweep anyway, winning Games 3, 4, and 5 against a Tempo Mage, which definitely underperformed for Killinallday today.
I know, it's 2 in a row for him, so it's not unfortunate for that. But I think we're almost ready for the ceremony. Again, thanks to our sponsors, MSI, Twitch, New Egg, and all the other greatness coming up. But we're going to cut to a break for now, so.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for Hearthstone. Tomorrow is going to be the finals match with Anon Beta and Frankie. So Frankie both put up some extremely good matches. Anon Beta from Toronto, from Canada.
Yeah.
So, you know, invading the home turf a little bit. We'll see if he's going to go ahead and pull it out. And can Frankie defend it? We're going to find out tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. We're going to go ahead and move on to League next.